Besides using email aliases for security reasons, there are numerous practical reasons why you might want to use this option. For example, you want to create multiple user accounts on a particular service. You want to reuse a trial period for a service you already used. You simply want to better organize your inbox so that at the first glance it is clear who is sending you an email, and so on. Although Gmail does not provide the ability to directly create aliases in the same way Proton Mail, Outlook, and some other email providers do, there are two tricks you can use to create an unlimited number of Gmail addresses. The first method is known as plus addressing. This method involves simply adding a plus sign to your Gmail address. Namely, if your email address is, for example, digitalarena@gmail.com, an alias using this method is created by adding a plus after the first part of the email address and before the @ symbol. The website or service where you register will treat this as a new email address, while all messages will arrive in the inbox of your original email address. Also, the plus addressing method gives you the option to add some text after the plus sign you added. For example, text that will serve as a reminder for which service or for what purpose you registered. For example, if you want to register on a website that serves for online shopping, you can add the text shopping after the plus sign. As in the case when we added only the plus sign, the service you register with will treat this address as a separate email, while all messages will arrive in the inbox of your original email address. As you can see, using this method, you will not only be able to register multiple times using one email address, but you will also be able to organize incoming emails, because emails that arrive via alias addresses will have the additional tag you defined yourself. You can use this to add filters within Gmail that will automatically sort incoming messages based precisely on the text you added after the plus sign. You can do this by clicking the Show Search Options icon in the Gmail account. In the field where the recipient is defined, enter the email alias you created. Then click the Create Filter button, after which you will be given the option to choose exactly what you want Gmail to do when a message arrives at that email address. As you can see, you can choose to have the message automatically deleted, marked as read, and so on. Also, if you only want these messages to be grouped or sorted, for better clarity, you can choose the Apply the Label option and select an existing label or create a new label by choosing the New Label option and defining a name. The second method, which essentially allows you to achieve the same effect, is using a dot in the email address. Although using a dot in a Gmail address is very common, Gmail as a service completely ignores the dot when delivering your email. This means that when you're registering, you can add a dot in some part of your email address, which the site where you're registering will remember, but when an email is sent to you, Gmail will ignore the dot and the email will be delivered to the inbox of your original email address. This method, unlike the first, does not support the option of adding additional text within the email address. For that reason, it is recommended that you primarily use the plus addressing method, which provides you with this option. As you have probably noticed, when using these two options, your original email address is used as the base, that is, you do not have the option of changing the text that is defined in your original email address. If you try, for example, to add additional text at the beginning or in the middle of the original email address using the plus sign, this won't work. In conclusion, you can add a dot to any part of your email address before the @ symbol, while you add the plus sign at the end and optionally some text after it. If you want to use email aliases that are completely different from your original email address, you can do this by using, for example, the SimpleLogin service, which gives you as a free user the ability to create 10 separate email aliases. Of course, as needed, you can delete created email aliases if you no longer need them and create new ones. We have already talked about the SimpleLogin service in one of the previous videos. The link will be in the description of this video if you missed it and want to check it out. You can leave any questions, suggestions, or ideas for future video content in the comments. Thanks to everyone who took the time to watch this video. I hope you find it useful or at least informative.